Cluster sampling. Cluster sampling is a method where the researchers divide the entire population into section or cluster that represent population. Here, sampling is a method where researchers divide the entire population in section. So clusters are identified and included in sample based on demographic parameters like age, sex, location, and etc. This makes it very simple for a survey creator to derive effective inferences from the feedback. So, for example, if the United States government wishes to evaluate the number of immigrants living in the mainland US, because we took this example previously, I'm continuing with that. They can divide into cluster based on states such as California, Texas, Florida, etc. This way of conducting a survey will be more effective as a result. Let's understand now what is cluster sampling. So cluster sampling is a method where the researcher divide the entire population into sections or clusters that represent a population. So it is a method where the researcher divides a few people from the entire population and clusters that represents the population itself. We'll understand deeply. Clusters are identified and included in a sample based on demographic parameters like age, sex, location, etc. This makes it very simple for a survey creator to derive effective inference from the feedback. So as we'll take an example. We have already taken an example in the previous simple random method about United States. So if the United States government wishes to evaluate the number of immigrants living in the mainland US, they can divide into cluster based on states such as California, Texas, Florida, Colorado, etc. This way of conducting a survey will be more effective. As a result, will be organized into states and provide insightful immigration data. Cluster sampling often is more convenient when the population is very large. It is often isn't possible to randomly select from the entire population, but is more manageable when using cluster because of time, expense, and convenience. So, example here we can take is a university has 10 campuses across the country, each with nearly the same number of students. We can't travel to every unit in order to gather the necessary data. If we want to gather some information or facilities and other stuff, therefore, we can choose 3 or 4 branches as a clusters using random sampling. This can help the researcher cut down on travel, expense, and time, etc.